Okay, so you're about to watch a tutorial of how I do my makeup. I'm by no means a professional. I'm not trying to say that this is how you should do your makeup. I just get asked a lot how I do mine. So here is a simple, easy tutorial of how I do mine. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section. And don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. And hopefully I can help somebody the way that I have been helped. So, yeah, so hopefully you enjoy. Thanks! Okay, so here we go. Alright, first things first, of course, you want to cleanse and moisturize your face. And then you want to do any concealer, of course, primer first, then concealer, your foundation, and then your foundation pressed powder. My foundation is actually Clinique Stay Matte Foundation because I have really oily skin. And my pressed powder is Kat Von D Locket Tattoo Foundation. Alright, so next thing we have the Too Faced Natural Eyes. I love this palette, it's fantastic. It's $36 I think it is, but it's well worth it. You get 3 highlighters and 6 shadows, which is fantastic. Alright, so first things first, we're going to take this shade right here, Heaven. I'm going to put that right underneath the crease of the brow. And let me pin my hair real quick. So we're going to do that with Heaven. So that's a nice highlight. We're going to come down here into the inner corner, make sure we get inside of there. Lightly over the entire lid area. On the outer part of the eye. And on the outer under. I also kind of like to go with the residue under here. Alright. And then next you're going to take this middle one here, Cashmere Bunny, and go over the entire lid, upper lid. Alright, make that pretty prominent, but not too strong. I like to blend it up a little bit. So there's that. Next you're going to take this shade, Sexpresso. You're going to do it on the outer edge and right in your crease. Kind of blend that out. It could look pretty strong like that, but it's also, of course, it doesn't look that strong when you look at it like this. Okay. So then I'm going to take the same palette, and before I move on, I'm going to take a blush brush, and this is just what I like to do. I'm going to take this one down here, it's called Silk Teddy. Smush that right on there, and kind of highlight over your cheeks with that. And while you also have it open, use this one, Nudie. Now I've never been one to actually contour, so I don't actually have a contour brush. Alright, and then you're going to want to contour down here. At least that's what I do. Not enough to really make a difference, but I don't know, you can tell, I think. Alright, so after you do that, we're going to go back. After you use that Silk Teddy on your cheeks, you're going to take your same blush brush and go ahead and go through and smile and put it right on the apples of your cheeks. There we go. The next thing, you're going to go ahead and use your liquid liner, and I use Kat Von D Autograph, and this is in Puro Amor, so it's the matte black. Alright, and then make your line like that. And the line that I use, you can tell that they're a little bit uneven, but that's okay. We'll make it work. So I take my lower line and I extend it up towards my eyebrow. Alright. So then you want to do a nice smooth top line. Alright. And then, sorry. You want to fill it in. I'm going to use a mirror here so that way I can get the details. Okay, so there we go. See? It's tolerable. Okay, so the next thing, you're going to use your mascara. Just a light coat. And I use the Benefit Cosmetics They're Real, which is, it's great. I like it a lot, so I think it's well worth the price. Alright, I'm gonna wiggle that through. I'm gonna use this little device on the end here. See how it's a little pokey thing? To get right in there with it. Okay. Now that's gonna dry. And you're gonna get your falsies ready. Right? Now I've used the same falsies quite a few times, as long as after you take them off, you get the glue off from your use, you can keep using it for as long as it's good. For this part, I use Revlon Precision Clear. I like it because it's got a brush, so it's really, really nice and precise, just like the name says. And of course, if you're using falsies, you have to make sure that they are to the length of your eye, not like, because some of them, like these, this is what they originally were, and those are ridiculously long. I don't think anybody has that long of eyes. So it would like come out to here if I didn't cut it. So make sure you cut it to the size of your eyes. Alright. So then you're going to give a pretty generous coat, not too much, onto your lash, onto the fake lash. And then do 2 points on your actual eyelid. Alright, and then you're going to blow for like 15 seconds because you want it to be nice and tacky. Okay, so usually for this part I have tweezers, but I can't find them right now. So I'm going to kind of make do with what I have. There we go. Alright, so since I don't have my tweezers, I'm going to go ahead and use the back of this brush. Just kind of poke it down. Make sure that sucker doesn't go anywhere. Blah! It's stuck. Make sure it doesn't stick to your brush or your tweezers either. Alright. Now while we're waiting for that, we're also going to go back and take the Heaven. Now this is, like I said, this is just what I do. This is not a contouring palette, so I'm just kind of working with what I have. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use the Heaven right in here. Down my nose. Right there. Right there. Right there. There we go. There's that. I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference, but something. Alright, so the next thing that you're going to do is take, well, I use this Too Faced, it's Bulletproof Brows. This stuff is awesome. It comes with this neat little spoolie thing, and it's got the eyebrow brush at the end. Alright, so first things first, you're going to brush out your brows, kind of make them so that way they're all going in the same direction. Occasionally I'll get a crazy one that decides that it wants to go like, blah. Okay. So then, you're going to go ahead and open the sucker up and see this is what it looks like on the inside. Take your little brush end, dip it right on in there, and of course you want to make a bottom line and use this to shape. So I like to go around the corners, or the edge I mean, and shape it more and then fill it in. And this stuff is great because it's sweat proof, it's water resistant, and it locks down in 60 seconds. So you have 60 seconds in case you accidentally go blah with it to fix that before it locks down. Alright, and it comes off, of course, later on in the day after you, when you take your makeup off. While we're still waiting for our lashes to dry, which I'm sure they are by now, but we're going to do this anyways. You're going to take your lip liner, which this is just some, like, Rimmel brand kind, whatever. Not what I prefer, but it's what I got. I'm going to go ahead and line your lips. Now I have funky shaped lips, so work with me. You're going to go ahead and fill that in. So next thing, now I usually use a lip brush for this, but I'm cheating today. Oh, and also I'm using Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lip Gloss, or lipstick I mean, sorry, liquid lipstick, and this is in the color Outlaw, so it's a nice matte brick red. I like this stuff a lot. Alright. Okay, so there's not much left that we have to do. Sorry about that. My video cut out. So, picking back up right where we left off. Alright, so you're going to take your lipstick is done. It's awesome. It's dried by now and everything's good. And your lashes are dried and nothing's flinging anywhere. Alright, so then you take your eyelash curler and just ever so gently get the squeeze so that way it sets them into each other. Shake this sucker up, and this is Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. This stuff is awesome if you have really oily skin like I do, because you can spray it on not just like right now, but you can spray it on later on in the day after your shine starts coming through, which if you are an oily skin girl like me, doesn't take long to do. Alright, so then you just go and let that dry. And there you go. That's my tutorial. Thank you for watching. Please leave any comments, questions, and don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, I'm not a professional, so this is how I do. Alright, thank you very much.